Savage. What up, man? How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm fantastic, man. Stuff from Thanksgiving. You know, um, feel really good, man. I feel really good. How
You're
was
telling
your
me.
How was your turkey day, brother? How have you been? It's been a couple. It's been what, 2 weeks, a week and a half?
Pretty good. Yeah, that storm kind of set us in for a second, didn't it?
It did. It did. It's been very interesting week. Very busy, but we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes, we do. We kept busy, so
Yeah, I
that's
wanted
why we
to
haven't
talk
talked to
to
each other
you.
much.
I want to talk to you about that song. What did you think of it?
I liked it. Sounds like some other things that other bands that I've heard of. Black Books, I was telling you, kind of reminds me of them.
Yeah, it's got that postmodern rock to it. It reminds me very much of
Hmm.
Thrice. If that would you would if would that be a comfortable Tam intro song?
I would
Do you
be down
think?
with that. Yeah,
So who do you think made it?
you.
I did make it. How do you think I made it?
Mm. I'm trying to remember if you actually play an instrument or not. I don't remember you ever telling me, so I'm gonna guess with some computer app.
So the answer is I do know how to play some instruments, but I did not use instruments for this
Okay.
as I used the Moober AI to make that song.
Moober.
Yeah,
Moober.
Moober. I used
Huh.
the Moober. Yeah, so I've actually got a couple tracks in there that I've been messing around. The Moober is really cool. Um, Way different than what Midjourney is doing right now with art.
Uh-oh.
Moobert does it with music. Now there's plenty of other ones other
Oh
than
no.
Moobert. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
So there's other
Oh
ones. I
boy.
mean, purely as you already know, this podcast is we talk about AI all the time. So this is actually really exciting, and I think it just fits the bill that we're gonna have our intro song from an AI.
This I see why you kept this a secret to me. I like this. This sounds awesome. This
Yeah, yeah. So it was brought to me. It was brought to me by a mutual friend of ours, and I couldn't stop. I could not stop using it. So there's gonna be a lot of original stuff coming out for Tam
oh
soon.
god.
But Moober, I mean, Moober is a
Oh
great
god.
tool. I mean, it doesn't
I
use
should
the
probably stay
pro.
away from it.
Yeah, I mean, it has it doesn't use the tools where you use prompts. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not using prompts. You're more
Yeah,
like
it's
clicking. Yeah, you're
is it
clicking the
kind of like Fruity
genre.
Loops from back in the day?
Something like that. But you're pressing what kind of genre, what kind of mood you're trying to set, and how long you want it to be. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
loops around from that last track that we heard, but
Mm.
that will be. I mean, hey, I mean, we're making the decision now, folks. That's the new Tam intro. That's the intro song.
How
So,
long was that loop?
2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, that's a pretty long loop. That ain't bad.
I actually have one that is like 10 minutes and 45 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks pretty cool. The Moobert's awesome. I'm actually intrigued with
So
it.
what do you actually play then?
I play guitar. I play guitar. I actually I started off with
Okay,
when
me
I was
too.
a
You
kid.
did.
When I was a kid, I started off with a saxophone because of Bill Clinton. So I saw that.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
y-
too.
really. Wait a minute, is that a
Yeah,
fact?
that's what they suggested when I was, kind of
Really?
test out for band. Yeah, that is a fact. That is a
No
fact.
way. Interesting. Yeah. So I tried
It was
to
either
learn.
that or clarinet.
I did the clarinet as well too. That they pushed me to that, because the saxophone wasn't working for me. But that's when I started learning
Yeah.
about more music, like more rock music and things like that. Like I can actually honestly tell you, I think the first rock song that I can remember hearing and being like, "Oh yeah, rock, devil horns and all that stuff" was like "Bob with the Bob" by Kid Rock. That was like the first song that I felt like, oh yeah, I'm in. It was a funny, yeah, it was a funny time because you had your Metallica and Judas Priest out during that time, Pantera,
Yep.
but I liked Kid Rock. you know that was
Trying to think of like the first anthem song I ever got pumped up to. Oh,
yeah,
it's
but
corny. It's
yeah, but
beautiful.
yeah,
It's
I
like the Rocky Five, Rocky Four song.
and yeah, like I went through the saxophone, the clarinet, and then I moved over to the bass, which I fell in love with. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you I could do solos and things like that because I can't. I'm not like, but I'm a good. I do. I can follow rhythms and things like
More
that.
rhythm.
So, yeah, I could follow rhythms. I make a
Yeah.
whole song? Yes, I can. Have I tried it before? Yes, I have. Is it out? Yes, it is.
Can you
This
play
is
it
a.
by ear?
Can I play by ear? Sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah. Yeah. It
not
just
that well.
depends
Like,
on if it's like a common blues chord or something.
I mean, like if it's like a Deftone song, off the bat, I could figure out those riffs pretty
Hmm.
easily. You know what I mean? Like things like that. But if we're talking like Stairway to Heaven, I I'm not there.
Ooh.
I'm not there. Did the background
Right.
music disappear?
Uh, yeah, you shut it off,
I wonder why I did. I don't know what the hell I
and then
was
we
thinking.
started the show. Like what?
Well, okay.
Huh.
Well, background music is back. So,
Well, it had been
uh,
playing for a second. So
yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually again, as I say every week, I'm actually really excited to talk about today's episode. We're doing blueprints.
Blueprints, because we are an engineering lake
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
So I had an issue with your aquatic buoy. That wasn't
Oh
doing
yeah.
me any.
Oh
Yeah,
really? You had a
I was having
problem
a
with it?
I was not able to do it at all. Like I was having such a hard time, but I did get the controller down. I did get the controller
Oh,
down.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so I got the controller down. I'm about to. I'll put it up first, and then, the one I wanted you to do was like a city blueprint. Um, so I learned
Yep.
along the way a couple like what are the best prompts to use. But this one was my challenge from Strobridge. The first one that didn't work, but the second one did. Uh, my second one here is a highly detailed blueprint for a video game controller. I wanted so my idea for this. So we have like I'm not a PlayStation user by any means, but I'm not going to lie that the style is pretty unique and modern. But so I love the whole like center screen there that
Hmm.
we have, and I think like maybe for games like Fallout, you could have like your Pip Boy information on there. You have a couple
Oh
bottoms
my
here in the middle, but
god!
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Uh, you got a couple buttons up here, but like
A little
but
flip
this,
out screen. It looks like on a third part.
yeah. So like up on top, you see like
Oh,
I feel like that would be like a camera for facial recognition for sports games or like or any other game. Like if you want to just have you in the game, it would use that like
Avatar.
yeah, that retinal camera there on top there. Now you're probably looking at the little like penis looking thing in the bottom.
Yeah,
So I don't know
the
where that
notch.
came. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I thought it would be a really good idea where if you are playing a game like a survival game, you would use that to move it left and right to heal yourself. Kind of like like a mini game.
Oh,
Yeah.
mhm.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's my
That gives me an
that,
idea.
yep, that's my controller design.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I asked you to do a
Good
futuristic
challenge.
city.
In a future city I brought.
Yeah. So I actually have two of them here from you.
Cool.
So I'm gonna put both of
That's
them
because
up.
I told you I had too many. You had to choose which ones.
Yes. So there's that one right there.
Okay.
Can you see it?
It's nope, not yet. Not yet. I'm
Is
sure
it
it will load up here in a
slowly?
second. You're there we go. Yep. That's the more Tron looking one.
Okay. Let's hear it.
because of the blue. Yeah. So you gave me the challenge of making a city or futuristic blueprints, and not that I wrote any prompt even close to what I was actually picturing. John Carpenter again. Here I go bringing up John Carpenter. But what were the movies? Escape from L.A. and the other one,
Oh
something
God,
something with Kurt
Escape from
Russell.
New. Was it New
New
York?
York. Yep. Yep. You're
Yeah.
right.
So New York
You're
had
right.
New York had Kurt Russell in it,
Yep.
which I thought were
And
very powerful movies.
you're gonna, yeah, and exactly for their time, you're gonna have to go and watch that again. For the technology they used, where they were like going through a cityscape, flying through it. It
Yeah,
was
I'll
cardboard, and the guy used like reflective tape to give it that like holographic look, and that's kind of
yeah.
this what reminds me of.
Yep, I just showed your second one. Can you see it up?
Yep. Yep.
Your variation. I listen. I call this a win. I love it.
Ding ding.
What would you call it? What would you call your city?
uh, hyper. Just hyper city. There we go. City.
Hyper City. I like it. I like it.
Hyper city.
All right. So I got variations here for you. So I have here a detailed blueprint for a time machine.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is my first variation that I have here. I wanted so it's very interesting because it's got like a bunch of knobs and dials. You know, I kind of
Yeah.
don't I
I
don't
want to know
see
what your
much.
prompt was for this.
So this one was actually colored detail blueprint for a time machine. Looks like all my things.
Hmm.
Let me get it for you, because I have a couple variations of this too that I wanted to talk about as well.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Where's my
change
time
up
machines?
the language of it at all? You were doing them?
Not at all. Oh, doorway isometric
Yep.
design, detailed architecture
Oh.
drawing. Yeah, yeah. That's what I went with my prompts. I also have this one right here. Did the second one just pop up for you?
Yep. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think this one's more intricate, so it's taking a little longer.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about
This one.
halfway done, but it looks cool so far.
Yeah. So this one actually has a door
Here we go.
to it.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
this one actually has a door
Wow.
to it,
Okay.
and I love it because it's like so. I
This is
kind of
more
like
symmetrical.
yeah. So I actually kind of thought like maybe those very different variations were doors were different doorways, not to different timelines
Mhm.
or to different universes, but just a different. They're just four different points in time. My last variate is
That's
this
what you
the
need. It's
yeah,
4 points.
yep, and my last variation of the time machine is actually my favorite one here.
Oh
It's
wow.
it's this yeah, so this one actually has the
Circles.
stairs. Yeah, it's actually got the stairs right there in the bottom. Very I want to walk into it myself. I want to see where in time this is going to take me. But this is like what I would picture, because we have like different views. I was thinking I wanted a like boxy Tesla like time machine, but it gave me this just like completely,
Well,
you
that's
know.
funny you bring up Tesla. That's
Why is
funny you
that what
bring
you're
up
thinking?
Tesla because I was thinking once it went through the doorway, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was thinking you go through that doorway, and on the other side is Tesla going, "Hey, thanks for figuring it out. I
yeah.
thought I was the only one. 3, 6, and 9. You figured it out."
Yep, yep. Very. I mean, that some of my favorite here. So your next one here is
Is this what I think it is? Nope,
the
not yet. The mighty broom.
Okay, what was going through your head when you were thinking about the broom?
Do you really want to know, John, what was going
I
through my
I
head when
really
I thought I need to make a broom?
was this one of your 3 a.m. makes?
Actually, no. This was one of the. I'm gonna make this real quick while John's busy getting dinner around and stuff. I did this right before the show.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
it's very detailed.
it is for such a pretty simple thing, but no, it's like, why can't you have a broom that stands up on its own using the magnetism of Earth's gravity, kind of like a geoforce thing, and then it goes
Yeah.
around sweeping the same concept. It looks weird. It would be like seeing Mickey Mouse controlling broomsticks back in Fantasia. Only there's no Mickey Mouse. There's no one controlling it, and yet it's sweeping up your bedroom or whatever.
Yeah. Oh
Trip
shit. I mean, it looks like a really good broom. Sturdy, well made.
dice.
See, now you're giving me ideas to make like house stuff.
Well, that's what I was thinking lately. Is like I've been making like structures and stuff before I even made those blueprints of like the city and stuff. I've been making other
Yeah.
blueprints. So I was like, and that's when I came up with that idea to challenge you about the controller. I was like, whoa, if we can make controllers. And then I seen someone made shoe designs the other day. So if you like
Shoe
clothing and stuff.
designs. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Oh, remember I was telling you about Bob was that picture I did that's like hot right now? If you type in
Yeah.
Bob Lazar, someone, I don't know the reference to it, but it shows some Jamaican Adidas, I believe. Like the red,
Oh,
yellow, and green color on these shoes. They're awesome looking. Yeah.
oh. Interesting. And while we're speaking of Bob
I'll have to find
Lazar,
that for you.
I'll put up your variations that you had here. So
Oh,
this is
yes.
this yeah, so this is one of your first ones. Actually got we got four of these that you made,
Yeah,
which they all came out beautiful.
they did. We have to give props to the updated version of version 4 because I've made alien blueprints before, but these four really turned out really cool. Probably maybe because I put in Bob Lazar and not just UFO blueprints, but I threw in for the command Bob Lazar's definition of a, oh, what was he calling it? It was like the cruiser ship, or not the cruiser ship, the sports model of UFOs. I wanted to do a sports model, and this is what I got.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like it. So this is the first one. This is the second one, the dark one. I really like this one. I do you see it yet?
yeah. I like
'Cause
the
I
viewpoints it gives.
I love that it has like a base.
Yep.
Because I've always wanted. Okay, we see like with the saucers how like in the bottom they have like the four sticks, but like if they're being built, they got to be built on something.
Yes. What do they want to call them? Like what they use for ships.
Yeah, so it's like there's
Place. I
like
don't
this
even know.
like
Be
there's like this that base there. This other next one you have here was actually it's kind of like a little bit of the same, but a little more detailed.
Yeah, I thought this was more of a detail of like the actual mechanism or the engine works of it, the electrical
Yeah,
working, if you want to even call it electrical working. But yeah, more of the actual innards, the intestines of the ship.
that's beautiful. Yeah, I love how this came out. It has like and like it has all the lettering on top too, like the diagram with the alien lettering. And then the last one that you had of this
Mhm.
variation, actually really cool, is this one right here.
Doesn't it make you wonder though if like once in a while the AI is actually giving you some legit information?
It's giving out OPSEC secrets.
All right, just in a blurry way, but if you know enough, you can put some stuff together.
Yep, yep. So my next one here, let's see, how many more we got? I have like four. Oh man.
For
I have like four variations. You have two variations. So it's like one, two. It's
okay.
like one, two, and three actually. So I'm gonna start off with the single one I have here. This one is I wanted a colored concept blueprint for an anthropomorphic exoskeleton suit for soldiers in the U.S. Army. This came out
I
very Iron
think
Man-y
that
up
is a
top.
long sentence.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. um, what I'm like really, what I'm digging about this whole look is that it has like, I don't know if you could fit a human in there. So is this like a mind thing where like the brain goes into the cyborg?
That's what I would think.
You know, so I this one came out really cool, very detailed. I love how it came out. I
Drone
love how this
technology
came out.
put into a ground assault robot
Yep.
instead. As far as like having the remoteness of a drone, but it just
Yeah.
be put into a robot.
So the next one we got here is your moon base.
Moon base.
Now you know it's funny too that you made this because you know you know about the huge conspiracy theory about the base on the moon.
Oh, not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I've never seen a video of them flying into it and then the gates close back up. And I don't look at it every night and notice why does it kind of like have like a blurriness to it. Like if you're looking at the road on a hot day, that's always kind of be messed with my head a little bit. No, I've never seen anything of the sort.
Okay, now you're opening up my artificial mind right now,
Yeah.
man. But you also have this
Oh,
variation
no.
here as
Oh.
well. This variation here also this variation here also looks like to me um like
Mhm.
different layers and the construction of whatever this moon home is going to be. The detail of this came out beautiful though. Like
I
absolutely
think I changed
beautiful.
up the wording in this one because I think at some point I put exploded view in and it started showing this. I think that's what happened.
Oh, okay. I want to go back to
Like I threw that at the end of the prompt.
yeah, I love this though. I mean, just it's got like the constellation map
Layers
over
of
around
onion.
its border. Yeah,
Yep.
this is really cool, and I'm a sucker for the moon. I mean, it's always cool to hear some cool stuff whenever something happens. Artemis is spinning around it right now as we speak. So,
Yeah, that's right.
so my last one, I got some variations here. So I wanted to make a futuristic architectural design of a skyscraper. So I'm going to show the variations first, and I'll show you what the blueprint actually is. But there was no blueprint thing that came out here. But I mean, this is like a beautiful utopia skyscraper somewhere. Can you see it?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like the first variation.
What does that remind
I,
me of? It's like a watercolor looking.
yeah, and then it kind of did the same thing over here in this variation where there was no blueprint, but like the idea was there, you
Oh.
know? Yeah. So
You
now
know,
the
another reason I like those pictures, John, is because they're a little lighter compared to a lot of the stuff that does come out with the AI, like darker images. Yeah, you got
oh
your
yeah.
lighter stuff, but
Oh yeah.
no.
Now these two variations actually look like a blueprint. What I love about this is that it looks like I mean the skyscraper itself looks like a living place. Like there's hanging gardens, you have the
Like an elevator,
yeah, you have the center thing there
cranium.
for the view. You have elevators. It looks like there's parks here. You know, there's no gates. It looks like so. I think they got to do something about that. But with that, my last variation of this is this one right here, which to me is the perfect variation of how I wanted it to be.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah. So we have the center like I would like to think that that center there is where they get all the sun and the energy goes into so they could
Mm-hmm.
make their
Heat.
plants or yeah, heat, electricity using the power of space to keep this alive. This actually looks like something that I would love to see in a comic book though. You know, like
That's kind of what I was picturing, like a God from my days when I was a kid, kind of how illustrations were still like this, the mid '70s and up to the mid '80s. There's colors weren't quite as crazy as they are nowadays, but they were just starting to get into that stuff. Japanimation was just coming out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I dig that.
That's true. Yeah,
I
I
want
love
that
how
on a
this.
t-shirt.
I love how this came out. I love it. So we haven't done a fan submission. I think the
Oh
last two or
yes,
three
it's
episodes,
been a minute.
but we do have one from Brandon, our biggest fan from Yumi and Lore. So his prompts here: the anatomy of the alien species,
Oh,
um, and in a
oh
text,
wow.
yeah, in a textbook. Look at that.
Oh, well, now why didn't I think of that?
R-
Textbooks.
right, textbooks.
Textbooks. Hmm. I'm not gonna steal your idea, Brandon, but I'm gonna steal your idea. So kinda. I won't. You kind of stole mine with the whole alien idea, but no. Props to you. You got it. But I like the textbook idea.
Yeah, I mean, it is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. And
it's
hi,
smooth.
big props to Brandon for this. His other variation of this came out gorgeous too, because there's more to it. Um,
Wow.
you could see like the muscles, the bone, even like the throat there, like the little throat area is kind of like gold too, like with the glands and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
So it
this
could
is
speak its own different resonance.
yeah, this fan submission is going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I like
This
that. I'm
is
gonna
this
try
is
something like that.
this is honestly one of the most creative pieces I've ever seen. And all because of one thing. In a textbook.
I'd be reading them textbooks. Tell you what.
So I mean, props to you, Brandon. We truly appreciate you listening to the Artificial Mind. We definitely appreciate you sending a fan submission, and we want to see more.
And
We
Brandon
want,
probably just told the future. In
yep,
future textbooks for school, you'll start seeing alien anatomy and stuff like that. Crazy, man.
yep,
Crazy.
and shit. Good job, Brandon. I mean, now I'm thinking, well, that's going to be pretty interesting, man. If we ever go into that
Mhm.
realm too with textbooks, and I think it's kind of getting to the point that they could actually do things like this. I mean, people are selling books from Midjourney. People are
Just
selling
stuff
book.
they're still finding under the sea and stuff.
Yeah, man. So so many creative creations that are out there. You guys have to keep your eyes on it, because you if you blink, you're gonna miss it. Are you not?
Pretty much the way it works around here.
Yeah, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 12, Blueprints. We're gonna get together real soon. We're gonna have merch coming out soon. I'll be putting it out there. Um,
Mercho.
you can also go on Clean Sanchez Media and get. You could actually get my Mid Journey art, and hell, if Strobridge wants to throw me some of his work, I'll throw some of his work up there too, and send him the proceeds.
Oh, I'll throw some on there. I'll be
To how,
down.
I would love to see what you guys have in your minds. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you guys keep your notifications going and all that jazz. We appreciate you. You got anything else
And if
before
you
we
have
go, Stro?
variations, definitely send them.
I
That's
want to
cool to
see
compare with.
variations more than I want to see final products. I want to see
Correct.
variations. So,
Progress
you
is
got
cool.
anything else before we go?
Nope. We'll see you next round.
Next round. All right. All right.
Artificial Mind is an original podcast created by Jonathan Sanchez and Jeremy Strobridge. If you are enjoying this production, please follow us so you don't miss an episode. You can find all our links at www.linktree.com/theartificialmindpodcast. So long and farewell.